From 1920 to 1970, Texas high school athletics looked much different than they do today. The UIL was the league for white students and athletes, and another league called the Prairie View Interscholastic League was for black student athletes. And with integration, the PVIL folded, and much of its history, record books and trophies, disappeared along with it. But two former PVIL athletes have spent the past decade digging it back up, and that history now needs a home. Here's KVUE's Jake Garcia.
Whenever Robert Brown walks into a room,
hello, Nancy, are you on television?
He fills it with knowledge. The man responsible for preserving history and making it come to life. You see, each February for Black History Month, Brown showcases an exhibit.
Want me to talk about this?
It's an exhibit on wheels, transported from his home in Houston to the UIL office in downtown Austin.
It took us 12 years to get over 600 pieces, mostly jackets, newspaper articles, and jerseys.
Pieces of history from the segregation era in Texas.
The UIL was for whites, University Interscholastic League. The PVIL was for blacks, Prairie View Interscholastic League. Over here is the 1967 State Class A Championships. The Wheatley basketball team won 11 state championships, and this is called a league of their own. The Houston Chronicle wrote about the PVIL. Instead of having an oral history on blacks, we have a pictorial history where we can talk about, and you can see, touch, feel. We can show these things a lot better than they can keep them at home.
A home.
I'd like to have this in the museum.
Is also what Leroy Bookman hopes to find.
Need to be posted somewhere in a museum. All of the pictures of the Anderson teams that I have. Yeah, that'd be nice to be a spot in a museum. That's where they belong.
Bookman is in charge of telling Anderson High School's part of this story.
Jake, I've been doing this since 2010.
And he's done such a good job.
And all this stuff right here, do you see?
His collection is starting to take over his house.
A lot of work trying to do the research. A lot of work. 1955 team. For a long time, you know, Anderson traditionally was winning everything. We have more people in the PVIL Hall of Fame than any other school.
Bookman and Brown served together on the board of the PVIL-CA, a group dedicated to filling rooms with knowledge and keeping this history alive.
Tell them we're ready.
That effort on full display the moment this display is taken down.
Does he think those boxes will be too heavy?
March 1st.
That's our philosophy. We just keep going.
The day after Black History Month comes to an end.
Until we get it where we want it.
Brown hauls his exhibit back to Houston, hoping one day for a permanent place.
It's the ideal situation to have this in Austin or Houston.
For now, it's history without a home. History that needs a home if it wants to survive. In Austin, I'm Jake Garcia.
Great story, Jake. Thank you. And at one point, the PVIL had a partnership with the University of Texas. From 2007 to 2016, UT housed a PVIL exhibit at its Center for Community Engagement. But when that office changed locations, there was no longer any space for the PVIL. Now, there are conversations about a future home at UT, but nothing appears to be imminent.